Various dignitaries, friends and family continue to arrive to pay their condolences at the Tutu home in Cape Town. A very good afternoon to you, Atule. Just take us through what you've seen today.
Well, today it is at least people have subsided a bit. Also, even the media presence that is here, it has subsided a bit, but we have seen people trickling in slowly in numbers. As you've seen when we were speaking to the Minister of Public Works, Patricia Delil, did say that Patrice Motsepe, a businessman, is expected to make his way here today, and also the former of FW de Klerk, Elita de Klerk, is also expected to come here at around about 5 o'clock. Just about now, we spoke to the members, religious leaders. Amongst them, there was Utata Umvume Dandala, the former presiding bishop of the Methodist Church. They were here speaking to us, saying this is a great loss for them because this was someone that they had looked up to. He had come in the generation before them. He had led a way for them. So they were really heartbroken about the passing of the Arch, but they will take on his lessons that he had left behind. So they were saying, of course, they're also grateful for the life that the Arch has led. So he has sort of put a blueprint for them that they will use in whatever they are doing going forward. We are seeing Umama Naledi Panda has also made her way here. She arrived also being chauffeured. She got inside the house. We are also planning, hoping we will speak to her. So as you can see that the people who are arriving here to this family to pay and convey their condolences are people from different walks of life. This speaks to you. This talks about the man that Bishop was. I was looking at his profile thinking each and every decade, this is a life that spanned over 9 decades. Each and every decade he was doing a sort of something which was different. He constantly challenged himself. Born in 1931 in Klerksdorp. Early in the 1940s, the bishop was diagnosed with a condition which he overcame when he was still a teenager. And then in the 1950s, that is when he went to study for teaching and also spending 3 years as an educator before he saw the type of curriculum which was afforded to the natives. What is not something which he subscribed to. Hence, he thought maybe he should go into a religion. That's where maybe he will have a voice to be able to address some of those underlying inequalities which our country was facing. He went on overseas to study theology after finishing his degree in 1960 at UNISA. That's when he finished his degree in UNISA of teaching, and then he studied theology before going overseas to further his studies. He came back, he was a pastor, he went to different parishes in the township where he was teaching as well. And then he came back. As I said earlier on, he had many firsts. He was the first Archbishop in Gauteng. He was the first Archbishop of Cape Town. He was also the first Secretary General of the South African Council of Churches. And also, that was in the 1970s. In the 1980s, that is when he won the Nobel Peace Prize. In 1984, he became the laureate of the Nobel Peace Prize. Before he resigned to focus on the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, chairing that commission to try and bring about justice and restore equity in the country. So this is the man who constantly challenged himself, who was never afraid to speak his mind and also address some of the injustices and racial inequalities in the country. These are the lessons that we are going to learn from the life of the Archbishop Emeritus Desmond Tutu. I think a number of people coming in. I just saw a man who is a carbon copy and a lookalike of the Arch, but we will be liaising with the family to talk to us more if we will be able to get those people to come to camera and also to speak to us. But we understand when they arrive, they must first get inside, meet with the family, speak with them, and then come and address the media. We also saw Mamulia making her way in. Maybe she had gone outside and then she came back to come inside. But Mama Patricia Delil was explaining to us that she's in good spirit. She is very strong. But we cannot take away the fact that this was her life partner, someone which she has lived for so many decades. What a loss, South Africa.
What a loss. Atule Joka, thanks so much for that update.